Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their equip today. It's the Cowboys going up against the 49ers. And with him in Santa Clara, as that's where we'll find our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. They come out here in the eye. Prescott on first down, and his first look is incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A second down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Albeit in a losing effort, Dez was good against the Packers. 9 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns as well.
I think it served as a reminder about who Dez Bryant really is as a player because his numbers were down from the season. Remember, he had some injury issues, adjusted to Dak Prescott, the way the offense shifted to revolve around Ezekiel Elliott. But when they needed to ring that bell, when it was time to throw the ball towards the end zone, Dez Bryant was there. Some of the strongest hands in the league.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. Keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Antoine Bethea plays the safety position with intelligence and excellent tackling ability.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Now, you think of all the years, speaking of Witten, that he's been around, but that touchdown catch he had against the Packers in the playoffs this year, That was his first postseason career TD.
Come on. That's
First,
not true.
yeah.
That's not true. Where did you get that stat?
Now, that's not
sure?
as much his fault as their lack of postseason appearances, but it was his first.
That's for real? That's legit?
That is legit.
Hard to believe.
Still, and this is a guy that hasn't missed a game since his rookie season in 2003.
And I don't think he's going to miss a game in 2017 either. I think he's energized and wants to come back and chase the ring.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And here's the headshots for the offense. And Carlos Hyde, a talented back.
Has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. To the right side, caught by Saleh. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting...
Third down and 3. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Rod Streeter, 52 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a cut to the sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 59 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction, because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Partner, I like Carlos Hyde coming out of Ohio State, because I like the way that he would run inside and bodies would just scatter when he got through there. A very strong, aggressive runner inside.
Finished just shy of 1,000 with 988. If you're a back, how much does that hurt?
It hurts a lot, and then you want to talk to the official scorer at home and say, you couldn't find 12 more yards for me somewhere?
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They run it again with Hyde. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times, because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
So the offense facing a 3rd and 6. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he finds McDonald. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, 91.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, Charles, divisional round of the playoffs didn't disappoint. In particular, the ending of that Packers game and Cowboys, that was spectacular, was it not?
It was. It was like 2 heavyweights trading blows down the stretch, and neither one of them giving any type of an inch. But I think a lot of people wanted to discuss how Dallas got the tying field goal, because, remember, they spiked the ball on first down, ran 2 more plays, and then kicked the tying field goal and left 35 seconds on the clock. So I've heard a lot of people upset about that. Here's where I stand very quickly. 35 seconds is not a lot of time. Kick the tying field goal, take the points, and hope that your defense can hold up. Aaron Rodgers just made some great plays.
He made the play. What a job to extend that, throw it to Cook, and what a catch. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
DeForest Buckner is a really tall defensive end / defensive tackle. How about that move right there to get upfield and make the play in the offensive backfield? Excellent leverage.
You're right. Tall, big, 6'7", nearly 300 pounds.
Let's go.
2nd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete here. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Dez Bryant, 28 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch out.
They go play action for Hyde. Now Kaepernick. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hey. We got three.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Juwan Harris, the running back, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That's taken inside his own 40. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful. It's done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio. Watch quick.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Another pistol look here.
Let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Prescott on 1st down. That's caught at the 3. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Simple slant route, and it works to perfection.
And when you're a big-bodied receiver, you use it like it's a basketball play. Body the defender away and catch the football.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with the play clock almost out, Chip Kelly's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They're in tight formation, not going to take any chances, down to a knee, and that should do it for the first half. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All they want to do in this situation is get to the locker room and start making adjustments to get ready for the second half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. The play clock's running down. And the snap comes in 1. Now Kaepernick going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a play fake here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Kaepernick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Six yards to go here on second down. Play clock winding down. Here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. Third down here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now this is Dewan Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Kaepernick to throw for it on fourth. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They come up in an offset eye. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Well, we've got a few seconds here. The playoffs in the NFL, chance to discuss those. Divisional round, a lot of excitement, more so than the wild card round.
Without a doubt, because think about the wild card round. All the home teams held. The games weren't that compelling, nor were they that close. Divisional round, though, we had people losing at home. Dallas lost at home. Kansas City lost at home. And the games, all exciting, seemingly coming down to the last series in each and every one of them.
And kickers playing a huge role in the Kansas City-Pittsburgh game. And Mason Crosby, of course, one of the heroes in that Green Bay victory.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. His throw incomplete. Let's take a quick pivot here, and I want to ask you about the Kansas City game against Pittsburgh. I certainly didn't see 6 field goals winning that. No touchdowns for the Steelers. That was an interesting affair.
It really was, and while Pittsburgh never got into the end zone, found a way to win it with 6 field goals, Kansas City did get into the end zone, but not at the times that they flat out needed to. So both of these teams were exhibiting that bend but don't break mentality on defense. And Pittsburgh, with the help of a holding call on a 2-point conversion, tied the ball game for Kansas City, took that off the board. Pittsburgh able to escape and head to an AFC Championship game showdown with New England.
And you had a very good, succinct quote to me. You said 6 field goals will not beat New England.
Not a chance in heck. Just 6 field goals beat New England. They've got to find a way to turn those into touchdowns.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Black round. Black round. Black round. Ohio.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Prescott now on 2nd down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuff the run. I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And an alley to run. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Elliott. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, They were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. 1, 9,
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. 1 man on the backfield, Elliott. Throwing here, Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
The give is to Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down now following the run.
Come on, let's go.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Curley. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. 1 final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with 1 in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.